Hey family, today we're gonna do our second freelance offense of the year, and it's gonna be the flow motion cuts. This is the perfect complementary offense to the pace motion I showed you last week, and it has 15 options. Heard that right. We're gonna be scoring in 15 different ways. This is gonna be beautiful, so I'm hyped. Flow offense, family style, let's get into it. Alright, so the most important aspect of this freelance offense is you gotta initiate it properly. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can get the offense started as quickly as possible. Now we'll begin looking at an issue. Now, an issue with this freelance offense, with the flow offense, that it takes too long. Look at me stand here and then nothing is being activated. It takes over 10 seconds just for the branches to show up. There it is. So that was way too long. Now, but there is a way to make it go quicker. So you want to bring up the ball, call quick isolation, and then you're going to call pick and roll with a wing, but you're not going to run it. You're just going to pass the ball off to the wing, and this will initiate the flow offense at least 5 seconds faster. So you can see it here again. I've called a pick and roll with Lance Stephenson, but I'm not running it. I'm just going to let him come close to Chris Paul, and I'm going to pass him the ball, lead him to the middle, dribble it out, and you will get the branches. Here it is again, watch. I'm going to call quick ISO. I'm going to call Andrew Wiggins over for a pick. I'm not going to use the pick. Pass the ball to him, wait in the middle for a bit, and then there are the branches of the offense. So family, make sure you get this initiator part down first before trying to run this offense. Otherwise, it will just take too long to start, and it's gonna run out of clock by the end. And now, before we get into the details, let's just talk about the fundamentals of this flow offense. So you can take a look at the clips here. The key to this is that unlike the pace motion, where it requires a lot of pick and rolls and skill of your star ball handler, the flow offense allows you to attack as a team with shooting three-pointers from off-ball screens. Also, you can use screens on the sidelines for driving opportunities, and most importantly, the flow offense is going to get you a lot of post-up opportunities for your big man. So you can see in these clips that there was the shooting, there was the cutting, and there's actually a post up here, and all of this was done without any pick and rolls. So that is the key, because you kind of want to stay away from that once in a while. If you're too reliant on it and you run into someone who's really good at guarding pick and rolls, your offense will die. But if you learn this flow offense too, now you're completely ready to go. And especially for teams without stretch 4, this is perfect. Alright, so now let's get into the details of the branches, and we'll look at the first one, and that's what I call the no pass with the screen. So you check it out. I'm running the initiator. I'm going to call a quick ISO. I'm going to ask JJ Redick over for a pick. I'm not going to use it. Lead him to the middle. Wait it out. And you can see there's a pin down for Lance Stephenson. As he's coming towards JJ Redick, we're not going to pass it to him. We're just going to wait it out and let the screen come. We're going to hit the screen. And now there's 2 separate branches, and this is option number 1. There's catch and shoots going both ways. Now, obviously, you want to go to Chris Paul because he's a better shooter than Lance. So we're going to use the Chris Paul side and bang. So that's option 1. You can take a look at it here again. So this is once again the no pass with the ball screen. There it is. We're going to go to Paul Pierce. Beautiful action. Now let's take a look at option number 2. Once again, quick isolation. Call a pick and roll with the wing. Lead him to the middle. Wait for the branches to come out. No pass. Ball screen. And here is option number 2. We're going to catch it and run a side pick and roll. This is because Rubio is coming off the ball screen and he's not the greatest shooter. Neither is Wiggins. So we're going to kick it to Wiggins and run a pick and roll up top. We're going to use the flow of the offense, use that spacing, and get our big man some nice mid-range jumpers. And here's another option number 3. We're going to go catch and flush. So there it is. No pass. Ball screen. We're going to give it to James Harden. We're not going to shoot it. We're going to dump it in Terrence Young. Make it look like a post up, but it's not. We're going to click the hold on the triangle for the flush. Nice. Here it is again. We're going to use that ball screen. No pass. We're going to once again kick it to James Harden off the pin down. We're going to run a pick and roll, but fake the pick and roll, run the pick and roll flush. Beautiful offense from the side, family. All right, here's option number 4. We're going to use the ball screen again. We're going to catch this shot with Stelkis or Covington. We're not going to shoot it. We're going to dump it into Noel. We're going to flush, but we're not going to use the flush just to clear that space out for our postman, and then we're going to go to work. That's why the flow offense is beautiful, because you can always sneak in a good post-up in the end, especially if you have good post-up players. So here we're going to do it again through the pin down. So we're going to pass it, Ariza is going to catch it. We're going to swing the ball actually back up top through the power forward. And then we're going to run a middle pick and roll again in flow. So this is absolutely deadly. That's awesome offense. All right, so we're going to take a family intermission. So for those of you who are a little bit struggling about, following all of that, that's normal. Once again, like I always say, the freelance tutorials are always the hardest because it's more advanced. So if you haven't gotten all of that down, go back. And most importantly, make sure you understand that you need to do the initiator quickly to start the branches. And also, I think I just talked about 6 to 7 options, so you can also focus on those. And those are only from the first branch, right? Where we don't pass and use the ball screen. So if you understood all of that and you're flowing okay, we'll go on to the next branch. And this one is going to be the one pass with handoff. So let's take a look. So here we're running the initiator with the pick and roll. Get the ball to the middle to Wiggins. And you can see the full offense has started. Now, this time we're going to pass instead of using the screen. And after you pass, you can actually hold circle to do a handoff. And this will lead to the big man setting you a screen, sending you baseline, and one Andrew Wiggins. And for those of you, did you guys see that OSN game last night with Cash Nasty? That Wiggins game-winning basket? That was sweet. Alright, here's option number 7. We're going to pass it to the wing, and then we're going to do the handoff. And we couldn't go baseline this time, but that's okay. Because of the spacing of the flow offense, we can go into a nice post-up. So this is an isolation opportunity. Just use your stick skills, use your post move. Bang! Carl Anthony's down. 28 and 14, I think he's averaging in real life. What a rookie. Damn. Alright, here's option number 8. We're going to do the handoff roll. So when it's again, we're going to do the one pass. We're going to do the handoff. And we're not going to go baseline. We're going to give it to Blake Griffin, and he's going to finish on the catch. So that's also beautiful. Blake with the throwdown. Clippers also doing great in real life. Now here's option number 9. Handoff, drive, and kick. So I'm running the initiator. Quick isolation. Give it to Chris Paul. Stay in the middle. Here comes the branches. Dish it to Wesley Johnson. Hand it back to Chris Paul. Go baseline. Oh, JJ Redick corner. You know it. Bang it. Bang, bang, bang. That's flow offense, man. That's beautiful. All right, option number 10. Handoff, swing, three-pointer. Once again, the initiator. Quick isolation. Call pick and roll with Kevin Martin. Don't use it. Lead him to the middle. Start the offense. One pass. Handoff. Baseline screen. Nothing. We're going to kick it back to the middle for that double screen from the side, freeing the corner shooter. Bang. That's so gorgeous. Zach LaVine. Alright, option number 11. Handoff, swing, pick and roll. So we're going to do a similar action. We're going to send the man to the baseline. We're going to kick it back up to the middle with Harden, who's coming off a double screen. There's no shot, so we're going to call it middle pick and roll as the end. Lob it up. Terrence Jones. Woo! Awesome. Let's continue to move on to the final part of the offense today. And that's going to be the one pass, no handoff. So check it out. So we're going to pass it to him, but we're not going to hand it off this time. We're just going to dribble it to the middle, and this starts 2 more branches with the shooting guard cutting in or the other wing coming off a pin down. So here's option number 12. We're going to do the catch and post. So we didn't like the shot. There's no open shot, so we're just going to go to Okafor and once again end with an ISO post up again in the flow offense. Beautiful. Here is option 13. We're going to catch and flare free. So no handoff. We'll bring it back to the middle. We kick it to the shooter on the other side. Come back to the wing. And this initiates the top player to get a flare from the big to the corner. Bang. Alright, option number 14. Catch, flare, flush. So once again, no handoff. We're going to move to the middle. We're going to kick it to the side. Not going to do anything. Go back to the wing. There comes that flare screen. We're going to wait it out. I'm going to ask for a pick and roll, but nope. We're just going to run the flush from the side. Ooh, the beard with the throwdown. Alright, we made it, family. Option 15, last one of the day. Catch, flare, pick and roll. So no pass. No, I'm sorry, no handoff. We're going to hit the flare screen. We're going to use a pick and roll instead of a flush this time. Nothing. And we're going to run another pick and roll in flow. That is gorgeous. Woo! Alright, so that brings us to the end of the tutorial, family, and that's 15 options you have out of this flow freelance offense, and none of it was initiated by a pick and roll. Now you might end the play with a pick and roll, that's normal, but you don't need a pick and roll to initiate any action. That's the beauty of the offense, and this is why this goes so well with the pace motion I show you. If you run both of these throughout a game, you're going to be hard to stop. And most importantly, just remember to get that initiator down so you can initiate the flow as quickly as you can. You don't want to wait it out and run out of clock. So that's all I got for you today. And I will be doing this offense online versus human players very soon. Or maybe I can teach it to OSN or Jesser. I don't know how good this is for RTTP though. Short games, I'm not sure. But hey, if you want to run it, I'm sure if you run it well, you can also dominate on RTTP with this. So as always, thanks for coming by. If you got any questions, leave it in the comment section. Always happy to answer. Let me know how you feel about this freelance offense. It goes really good with the pace, so make sure you combine the two. Take your time with it. You can watch this video often. All 15 options are there. Don't try to get it all down, one time. That's too much pressure. So take your time with it. I hope you enjoy it. And starting next week, I'll be doing my Team of the Week feature where all of my tutorials, still really good tips, but I'll be featuring one team with them just for fun. And it's going to be week 1 starting to, I'll tell you tomorrow which team is going to be. So there you go, family. I will see you. To my new subscribers coming from the OSN Nation, welcome. Great tips here. Make sure you check my all tutorial playlist to catch up. And for the veteran family members, you know what's up. Take this online and own it. Online, offline, own it. All right? San Fran Flow offense. I'll see you next time.